Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. Gonna ring some bells here. They may be a little loud if you're sensitive. You may want to turn your volume down. And if it resonates, feel free to like a comment. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. We'll see what comes through here. I was seeing, I guess you'd probably call it like a granite or a marble column, almost giving like the Rome feeling. And there was almost looked like an animal beak shaped at the top that water was coming out of, and it was splashing on the ground all over the place. It was making a mess. That was very like important, that it was uh, not being utilized properly, splashing everywhere when it could be used on its path to get somewhere else. So we're looking at a flow of energy, more than likely, and it kind of being wasted. It didn't have a direction. It was, we could think of having a water wheel. It could be generating something or moving a mill before it gets to its destination. And here it was just splashing everywhere, almost like a gutter on the side of the house, making a mess. Could also be affecting the foundation by dispensing the water that close to that column. We'll see what else comes through here. Got this card, I think, like on every message today. Seven of Cups. Dreams and desires, illusions, what we perceive as coming. It's giving, I don't think anybody's going to like this, but when we perceive that something's coming in, that something's going to save us, and we stop doing things, we stop action, and we're just waiting. We are in that place of waiting for this to come in. Yes, we may have found out intuitively, like we really felt it in here. Maybe we got messages, and this has been confirmed time over time, but we just stop living. We stop moving. We are just waiting. And every day we're like, oh, today's going to be the day. And it still doesn't come. We took a step back. And I'm not saying that it's not true, but in that space, uh, where did it go? It has to do with, uh, I was going to get into having to take action and still being here, but that's not what I was going. It had to do with, uh, I don't want to say divine timing, but it's like, it really depends on what you believe and what you see, but let's just picture timelines, and every opportunity is running simultaneously, of us being homeless and broke and can't eat to very wealthy, and all these lines are running simultaneously. And the fact that we intuitively knew that, hey, whatever it was that I want or I want to experience or I'm going to be or whatever, it is there and it is real. And you did get that hit. And the validation and the proof that you may have seeked outside is true. And all of that is because of these lines and everything being simultaneously. But for us to jump, for us to be on that other side, that line, we need to do something. And until we do that, like let's view healing. Let's say I have a complex or a wound that I can't carry into that line. And when I heal that, or I let that go, or I carry an identity that is a match for that line, that timeline, then I'm in it. And I want to cry talking about this, but let's picture all those lines from poor to being something important. Uh, it's like going through those steps. And uh, when we talk about that future self, it's like if you only knew what was coming, it's like, yeah, he's over here on, or she's over here on this line, looking at all the other lines. And it's like when you just let go of this, and this is where this, I think, divine timing comes in, is when we release something, we appear on that other line, that other experience. So by us staying in that space and holding that and knowing it, It is true. It's just happening somewhere else, and we're not there yet. And all we think is we're just on this line and this is all there is. And through that progression of jumping those lines is really just our life. So when we're here and we're just waiting, and maybe it's two lines over or one line, it doesn't matter. We're not doing anything. We're not living our life. Are we working on ourselves? Are we releasing? Are we really viewing ourselves? Let's just look at that. Let's look at, if I, whatever this is on this other line, this whatever's coming in, and I know it's true, what can I not take with over there? What a part of me doesn't belong there? Does that have anything to do with confidence, self-worth, self-respect, our insecurities, our work ethic, uh, our appearance? Like, I don't know. And I'm not big on appearance, like we have to look a certain way. I just mean how we feel about it. There's a lot of things that we can justify hanging on to: addictions, habits, relationships, living situations, jobs, all these things. And I'm not saying do things crazy to create a hole to make us, fall into this timeline. Sometimes we need to remove things to make space. I'm just, I don't want anybody to go crazy here. But what I'm talking about is put yourself, daydream or connect however you can, astral travel to that position. And if you can't get there in the astral aspect, well, then something's blocking us. And it's us. We can't carry that. Obviously, in that space where we can kind of float around and do whatever we want because we're not carrying all our human baggage, if we will, with. But going into that position, live it for a little bit. You know, a couple seconds might be a couple minutes, well, however it works for you. And through that experience, see who you are over there, and then come back and compare to here and be like, wow, I was really confident over there, and I'm not very confident right now over here. So what was the thing that's holding us back? And we can work on that. We have to do something. We can't uh well, I mean, we can sit stagnant if we want, but through that period, uh we will stay stagnant until we take some action on ourselves. Page of Swords, Truth Seeker. This is digging into ourselves. And I felt like a warning of, don't go crazy. Like, don't create this blame game, that this is what it is, and just start throwing things out and going crazy that I have to destroy my life to create or to become whatever I need to be in that experience. It's more about the journey, not the destination at times. And through those multiple lines, we were experiencing something in healing, and it was always a one up. We always kept increasing to a better experience because we were healing aspects of ourselves through this truth seeking experience. Excuse me. We are healing ourselves. We're viewing ourselves of, hey, what was holding me back all along, and working through that and releasing that. Nine of Wands, fortitude. This could also just be like the amount of strength that it took to plow through all of these experiences in our life to get here. And I don't really view it as a reward. It can be, but I'm looking at it as the amount of strength to be in these positions or this experience or whatever it is that we're dreaming of, that we want, that we know is coming or we're going to experience. We could look back at ourselves years, decades, and say, could have I been able to handle this? Would have I been in a position to, oh, maybe for a day or two, but would have I given up? Would have I stopped? Would have somebody said something and then I took offense to it and I would have cowered and left and I wouldn't have been able to handle that position in life? Uh, Everything on those lines was necessary to get here. And where we're at right now is too. But the fact that we're not there yet means we got a little bit more work to do. Three of Pentacles, collaboration. If we can't see, ask for help. And it doesn't mean I mean, I'll knock some people here, depending on who's watching, but don't just go buying tarot readings back to back to back to back. Uh, that can be very confusing. Have a real conversation with somebody. That's why I stress so much. Uh, they see things that we personally don't because their emotions aren't connected to the outcome, to our struggles, to our difficulty. And I'm not saying that they don't have empathy. It is the aspect that if I wanted to have an answer, and I used the example yesterday of like, if this person likes me and I really want them to like me, and I pull cards on it and I get a card that doesn't really say that or kind of goes against that, that's going to upset me. I'm not going to like that. I just did a message before about I didn't like the situation, so I don't want to believe it. And I'm going to change it. I'm going to twist it. How would we feel if this person said, "Oh, you're doing this to yourself," and well, I don't like that. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to take accountability for that. So why would I be able to see that myself? You know, if I don't want to believe something or see something that I might be responsible for, that's where this collaboration comes in. Uh, it is useful, and maybe we don't want to hear that. But if we want that so bad, whatever's on this next timeline, well, maybe it's worth hearing. Maybe it's worth going in there and hearing something that we really don't want to hear because that's the stepping stone to the next step, to our dreams and desires. Coming out quick. Three of Wands reversed. Impatience. Completely understandable. I'm a pretty impatient person at times too. We've probably been waiting a long time. We're doing this balancing act of like, hey, I went through all this, I did this, and I healed this, or I pulled these people out of my life, I did all this, and I've gotten this to this space, and why? Why? What's the holdup still? Where is it going? Well, if we can't see it ourselves, or maybe we do know and we just don't want to acknowledge it, but if not, let's get a different perspective. Five of Wands, clashed interests. This is going underneath this collaboration card, this different perspective. There's going to be that resistance is probably something we don't want to hear, and that's why it's still there. Why wouldn't it be? You know, if we knew it and we took accountability, we accepted it, it'd be gone. We'd heal it. We'd move on. We'd change. We'd do whatever we had to do because we really want this. We've probably been putting a lot of effort into this, and we know it's there, and we're wondering why it's still not here yet. Let's just be open-minded about it. If we want that so bad, whatever this is drop your pride, you know, whatever it is, take it on the chin. Okay, let me hear this person out. Let me not get so upset or defensive about it, and let me just really sit with it. And through that period, uh, we'll get the truth. It'll make sense then, and then we can have the movement into it. Uh, Not everything's roses and rainbows, and I'm not saying that this is a terrible thing. It's just sometimes what we don't want to see, we won't see because we only want to hear or see what we want to hear or see that supports the narrative that we want. This can be in good people, this can be in bad people. It doesn't matter. Everybody has that aspect, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But if we really want to move forward and into that space that we know is there, and it is there, it's on that other line. This is part of the process. This is part of the journey. And when we get through this, we'll be there. And it'll be as magical as we dream it will be. I'm going to leave this here. If this resonates, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.